Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is London Itinerary from the blog yusufdelahaye.com, the place to level up your creativity and hobby photography. Subscribe and turn on the notification for more travel and lifestyle photography videos. So in this video guys, I'll be reviewing the best presets for dark skin, and this is going to be a series guys. But first up in the review, we're going to review the preset pack from Asiyami Gold. And if you don't know her, where have you been? Underneath a rock? But anyways, if you don't know, get to know her. Her Instagram feed is like on 100, and her creativity, her photography and her storytelling are beautiful and amazing. And every time I go on her Instagram feed, I feel inspired to create. I feel inspired to tell a story about something. Her feed is very well curated and beautiful. She's a woman of color, she's a photographer, and she's a digital storyteller. And she created a preset pack, and I bought it like over a year ago, and I've been using it on a lot of my photos. And I must say it's one of the most well thought out presets pack I've bought when it comes to skin tone and people of color skin tone. You won't be looking all you've been tangled. You will be looking like God meant you to look. Your skin will be beautiful. And I wanted to showcase it on a myriad of different skin types or different skin tones and how you want it, and then bring it into Lightroom, because a preset pack is not Jesus Christ. It won't be resurrecting your photo. If it did, it did. There are certain things that I want to advise you guys before you even get into the preset, and these are things that I wish someone had said when I was buying presets. And one of them is that before you even get to the preset, make sure that your photo is perfect in camera. Your white balance is good, your subject is in focus and pin sharp, your framing is how you want it to be. Because once you take it into Lightroom, once you take it into your editing software, you can't correct if the person is out of focus again. Like that's gone. You can't revive that, sis. So always aim to get the perfect shot that you want in camera first before you take it in Lightroom. And I think that's a lot of people don't understand, that Lightroom isn't going to resurrect the dead. It's there to fix or kind of enhance the beauty in what you've already captured. So always think of that. Secondly, think of a preset like a base. You as a human being will add your personality into the editing, so you will season that to taste. Think of it like you're cooking rice. Everyone cooks rice differently. Some people, they add salt to the rice and they just like rice and salt, and that's all they have in their rice. They're plain white rice. Some people, you go to their house, they put some salt, they put some butter in the rice. Another person, you go to their house, they put salt, they put butter, and they put a stick of onion. They get real fancy with it. So that's what our preset is like. We all still cooking the same white rice, but everyone is adding their own taste to it. The editing comes in the flavoring. The editing that you do would flavor how you want it to showcase your personality, to showcase what you want to bring forth. So always remember that. Do not go and look at Asiyami Gold's feed and say, I'm going to take a photo exactly like that, I'm going to do it exactly like that. No, use a preset to bring forth your own creativity, especially you bring that forth in the editing and what you want to highlight. So always think of a preset like that. It is a base, it is a canvas that you use on your image, and then you edit to add your personality and your flair. Are we good? Okay, so we're going to jump into the actual photos now. So I'm going to be screen recording. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm screen recording my Lightroom and showing you guys how I edit using our presets. So these are the 8 photos that I have to kind of use to start with her preset. And as you can see, there are a myriad of different people, different skin tones. So I wanted to show you how it works on various different skin tones, no matter how deep your skin tone is, or if you're a lighter person, how light your skin tone is. It works for everybody. So I'll just get into it. Again, with me, as I said, you need to like incorporate your flavor, your kind of editing style. And for me, obviously, I am from the Caribbean, so I do like a lot of vibrant colors. And what you will find in this preset that a lot of the colors are very rich or very royal tones. The greens will be emerald green. There's a lot of browns. When you get a brown, it will be a very rich color brown. It's a very royal looking kind of aesthetic and color palette with this preset, and this is why I really, really love it. And as you can see, this girl is in Carnival, so I'm just gonna show you what Colombia looks like, various type. And again, this is why with a preset you edit to your taste, because not all these presets are gonna be fit for the photos that you've actually taken. Okay, so I would more or less leave this image like that. I might bring up the saturation, the vibrancy just a tad bit, because obviously it's Carnival, you want it to look rich. And then I think that is enough. I like to edit my photos to make it look natural, to make it look like life. I'm not trying to edit myself to look like an Oompa Loompa, like I've been tangled. I want to look back on the photo 3 to 5 years or even 10 years from now, and still it looks timeless, it looks effortless. And that's what you should always remember when you're editing. And here we have another photo, and I would just go through this photo, and I think I like, oh, let me see. I'll go with the yellow, and I'll bring and another thing, if your photo is looking, if your skin is looking slightly yellow, when you add a preset on, one of the first things that you can do is actually take down the shadows and actually see, as you can see, the shadows are bringing down the yellowness in the skin tone and are actually highlighting, like really illuminating the skin without it giving that Oompa Loompa look or tangled look that a lot of people, when they edit their skin nowadays, they look orange. They look like them and Donald Trump go to the same tanning salon and get the same number. That's not what we want. We want your skin to look as naturally as humanly possible. So taking down the shadows is one way of doing that. And then I would slightly just pull down my highlights and maybe increase just slightly, but I think I like it a bit darker. And then definitely I would add again a bit of vibrancy back into the photo. And this is how I would basically leave it, because I think that in itself looks aesthetically pleasing without anything added. This is a beautiful color. And then I'll just move on to the next one. And as you can see, everyone here has a different skin tone. They're all dark skin, but it's obviously black people come in a myriad of shades, and we're going through them. So again, this one I would go through the preset pack and see what is the most complementary to her skin and to also the environment that she is in. And I want to go down and see, this is good, but it's slightly Cuba, which is Cuba 1 is good, but again it's slightly a bit on the yellow side, and I would maybe drop the warmth of this slightly, and then drop the shadows down slightly a bit. And I would like to bring up the yellow. And again, if it's too yellow, you can always pull down the yellow, the saturation in the yellow, to get the skin tone that you're looking for. So I would go down to the HSL slider and then just take down the orange saturation and then play around with the luminosity and see how I would like her skin tone to be, because we want to keep it as true to life as humanly possible. We're not trying to get all crazy out here, crazy. And then I will bring in back the thing. Let me see. I think I like, and as you can see, when you include different presets, give different look. So with this one, I'm gonna stick with Cuba 3. And what I'm going to do, I think I want to bring down this shadow to make it look slightly better and slightly less orangey. Enable my camera profile. And then for this, I might take down this a little bit so her skin looks slightly a bit richer. And then for the temperature, I make it slightly a bit cooler. And I think I like that more. And this is how I would edit. And again, she's not looking crazy. It looks beautiful. Her skin tone looks beautiful. It looks true to life. And this is what we're getting. So I might just a tad bit lift the white up and put up the vibrancy slightly, because I want her skin tone to look good. I think I like that. And then for this one, again, I want to see what will make her, like, her whole shebang stand out, her whole outfit. Obviously the feathers, everything. I want something that is going to make her stand out, and I think this is a winner. And again, this is Cuba 3. So you see how Cuba 3 looks different on different skin tones. We just used it on the last girl and it made her skin slightly more orangey, and now we're using it on this girl. And if you see, her skin looks more bronze, is on the more bronze side. And then again, I normally will take down the shadows. I like to take down the shadow, and you can see as I'm taking down the shadows, her skin is getting slightly darker. And I might even tad warm up this tad bit. And then I would definitely go in with my vibrancy. Take the vibrancy up a bit. Let's see how this looks. And then I would want to take up just slightly, take up this. Oh, and she looks beautiful. And I will take down my highlights just a bit. So again, this is how it looks. It does not look crazy, but how much vibrancy is in the actual color that you're seeing now. And yeah, just gorgeous. And this is how beautiful her skin tone is, her legs, like, it's just amazing. And how it complements the yellows in her feather, just amazing. And then we'll move on to this guy, and obviously he's from Jamaica with himself wrapped up in all the Jamaican flag. And again, I like to edit true to form, and I must admit Cuba 1 and Cuba 1, 2 and 3 sometimes are my favorite, along with Colombia 1 and Colombia 2. They tend to be very nice if you know how to, like, they do require a little bit of fiddling around, but they tend to be really nice. So what I'm going to do, I think Cuba 3, again, we're using Cuba 3 on 3 different skin tone, guys, and it's complementary to all of them. And I think with this guy, again, I would take down my shadows. I will bring my brightness up slightly so we can see him, and then I would definitely increase the vibrancy. And then I want to see, and again, this is how before and after. And we want to complement darker skin tone. We don't want to make each other look crazy in these streets. We want to make him look nice. And I think this is beautiful. I might just slightly bring up the white, just slightly. And this, and then bring down the shadows a bit more. Oh yeah, he looks amazing. So I like to do just very small edits. We're not editing to make ourselves look crazy. Again, guys, please don't be editing to make yourself look like you've been tangled. And this girl, oh, her skin is amazing, and I want to definitely showcase how rich her skin tone is. And again, I would just go through all of the presets and see what base looks amazing on her skin. So for me, as you can see with her skin tone, like, a lot of these presets work really well with her skin tone. Like Colombia 1 looks fabulous on her, even Colombia 2, Colombia 3, and even Cuba 1, Cuba 2, and even Cuba 3. But I think, and you can see all these presets are so complementary to her skin tone. But for me, I think Cuba 3 works perfectly with the environment, her skin tone and the environment. So it's more, if you see on the right side the raw image, and then you see how the image, just by putting the preset on, I haven't edited it, done any kind of editing, and all I would do is maybe I would lift the exposures just slightly, and then I would definitely bring down the shadows. Oh, her skin is so beautiful. Maybe I'll just bring it down, and then I don't even think I need to bring up the vibrancy that much, because again the photo is already so vibrant. Her feathers, her skin is like glowing. Look at her highlighter. Like, you don't need to do much when the preset suits the skin like this already. And then the last one is yours truly, and for this photo I think it works well with the Colombia one. And as you can see with the Colombia one, it's very rich green jewel tone. It's like emerald green when you look at the leaves, and even my skirt. But for this, I find this one, this how it looks now, a tiny bit flat. So the first thing I would do was I would bring up my vibrancy, bring it up a bit, because I do like my images to be very vibrant, very full of color. And then I would even bring up my saturation, and as you can see, as it's going up, it's making the image more richer, but also bringing up the depth to my skin tone. And then I would just take down the shadows again to make that skin tone pop. As you can see, this is making your skin tone glow. And then I would definitely bring down the highlights, and I would also slightly make it a bit, bring up the temperature and make it just a tiny bit warmer. And that's the raw image, and then this is the preset with just a bit of editing. And again, this is how you can finesse the preset to make it fit your environment, fit your skin tone. And as you can see, these are basically almost 5 different skin tones that her preset pack, the Storyteller preset pack, is working on. These are every kind of skin tone you can ever think of, and it looks flawlessly on everyone's skin. It just looks amazing. Whether you're mixed race, you're from the Caribbean, you're the deepest of chocolate, it looks amazing on your skin. It very much complements your skin and makes you look gorgeous. So guys, I hope you enjoy my review of the best preset packs for dark skin. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and definitely go and check out Asiyami's Gold preset pack if you can support and you're in the market for a preset pack. Definitely go and check out her preset pack. Go and check out her Instagram feed. It is amazing. And also in the comments below, tell me what other preset pack from any other content creators that you would like to know if it works on dark skin tone as well. Drop it in the comments below. Let's get this series going, and see you in my next video.